There is a continuum of nonviolence today that essentially ranges from an absolutist pacifism to full-on acceptance of potentially violent self-defense and the idea that some forms of potentially violent struggle are appropriate. Gandhi himself talked about the idea that it was more significant, more important to fight back than to do nothing. But I think when we talk about the continuum of nonviolence in a 21st century concept, one of the most important things to look at is what one of Gandhi's own followers, Narayan Desai, the son of Gandhi's main scribe and secretary, Narayan talked about the true translations of the concept of satyagraha. On the one hand, people have come to understand it and translate it as truth force, which is very significant. It also is understood as soul force, a way of sort of taking oneself, one's spirit, and putting it into one's political action, strategic and otherwise. But Narayan said that we often overlook the third part of satyagraha, the third meaning that Gandhi meant, that Gandhi implied when he was developing these series of strategic actions, and that is love force. And to me, that powerful piece, that love force, is very, very important because, in fact, it both, by forgetting it, disconnects us from our own personal power in making social change, but it also disconnects us from a piece of the history that looks at the full continuum. We know that love can be very, very close to hate, and we know that love can be very, very close to anger. And we know that in building a nonviolent movement, in education, in practical grassroots realities, and in our personal lives, that we need to confront injustice, hopelessness, and the problems that are around us in the world. And to me, when a few of us, myself and others, have begun exploring the new meanings of what revolutionary nonviolence might look like, I think we've often talked about a marriage between two men, because now it's legal, in the United States at least, a marriage between Gandhi and Che, because Gandhi talked a lot about this love force and truth, and Che himself is famous as being quoted saying that any true revolutionary is fundamentally being driven by the feelings of great love. So revolutionary nonviolence and a continuum of nonviolence, for me, centers around understanding our own power in truth, in soul, and in love.